During a global cosmic, I think is the word. Basically, when there's a big thing that happens to any region of the world, we're not just talking countries, we're talking regions of the planet. Something that massive, not the level we're at now with the stuff with that I can't really talk about because you guys know. How can you get in trouble for talking about something that, anywho, tickle your boo? Check it out. So, natural disasters, I think, is the term. So, when something happens big and devastating, people volunteer to leave their home and to go over there and try and help them. That's amazing. The compassion. The desire to help another human being at that level. And not just that person that you might be or they might be helping, but like the community. And wow, leave your home and voluntarily go to the other side of the planet and try and help the people out. That's beautiful, ain't it? The nature of humanity is remarkable. Some of the people of specific occupation is more needed in certain parts of the devastation. For example, if it's a flood thing, uh, then engineers that can help design or build or whatever drainage system, that makes sense. Doctors, nurses, medical professionals, that makes a lot of sense, especially if it's something that's uh, brought human damage body part. You're getting hurt physically, kind of thing. One group of people that volunteer, and this group, uh, for my limited, when I say limited, I mean I haven't even done any research. Uh, this group is quite often the first group that arrives, or maybe arrive is not the right word. This group is the first that initiates assistance, let's say. Now, this group is an amazingly powerful group, but I had never even considered that this particular occupation would continue had there been a massive thing where so many people's existence alters, where the human count becomes so low that we basically revert to homesteading type of life. Now, of course, since the technology is already here, the machine's already here, whatever, we pick it back up, especially if we maintained the internet, the information flow would still be consistent. Uh, so then we could relearn really quickly, especially since the machinery would be here, right? And in my perspective, this particular group, I would believe, would stop existing in some way. But I had never thought that the first people, the first occupational assistants, or yeah, something like that, are lawyers. And we're not talking about like uh, they stay in their office, they just do some research, they shoot out some emails. They go on location, and they're often, apparently, uh, the first that arrive. Comparing to medicine, you gotta pack a lot of stuff when you're taking your essentially your clinic or your aid station, your everything across oceans. So for a medical team to go to something, it's an ordeal. Oh my gosh. For the legal team, especially with the technology we have, the internet flowing so fast, they basically got to pack. And because it has something to do with them having to physically actually be there for some reason. I think it has to do with representation, presentation, or actually, yeah, being contacting uh, people directly and filing for them and representing them, something like that. Imagine, imagine there's a massive something happens and people everywhere, pain, screams, everybody needs help. And an airplane, I mean, it's quiet other than the rare screams out in the, like jungles or forest or, but it's actually like today's life, and and in the background you slowly start hearing aircraft. Now, if you're looking at this like a movie, you're looking around, everybody's messed up, and you don't realize the amount of noise that surrounds us, especially in big cities. So when that noise is reduced because of the big whatever happened, devastation, and you see an airplane, you're thinking, "Oh my God, help is coming! Oh wow, who, whoever it is, thank you." Like you're not gonna even think to question anything other than to give gratitude for whoever's coming with whatever they're coming with, because that's a human being that could come and they're not injured and they're healthy and they're coming here to help. Oh, please, whoever you are, thank you, right? And there's gonna be starving people. There's gonna be children, literally, physically harmed, just from nature or whatever. I'm not saying anybody did nothing bad or whatever. Natural devastation, and disaster. Okay, the airport gets flooded with the locals just to see who might this be. What did they bring? Because aircraft has a limited amount of weight that it's supposed to carry safely. Now, that number for that particular aircraft is for it's a safe guideline, and it's a guideline. It's not an absolute limitation, meaning the aircraft itself might be able to carry more, like our vehicles, trucks, towing. Uh, it's very common to overload uh, what the safe guidelines they set for the vehicles. Now, something huge. No one is going to stop an emergency flight into that area because, hey, man, you got like 600 pounds too much. Oh, man, go. And those aircraft can carry a lot. If you reduce fluids, meaning dry goods, uh, you could send so much food, medicine, so much, just bandages alone, clean clothes. Oh my God. And the plane lands, the airport's completely packed. You could see like maybe 2 blocks full of people just like, who are they? What are they bringing? Thank you so much. They push out the airplane comes to the docking port, I think it's called, or and uh, the stairwells are pushed to the door of the plane. Door opens up, or actually opens in, and of course everyone's cheering. The first person they're probably gonna see is uh, one of the few people that should actually be up, and absolutely one of the very few people that should have access to that door and be opening it. Probably like a attendant or whatever. I'm assuming it's gonna be a civilian flight, right? So flight stewardess. I don't know what their exact title is. The cool people that wear awesome uniforms and deal with so much horrible stuff. It's gonna be staff basically. Uh, flight flight crew. Still, you get the cheer, right? I mean, you're a stewardess. You just got done, uh, with the flight for this amazing group of people that are coming to help, right? And who's gonna come out? Everyone's dying to know, like, who's this? Who are these people? And in their suits, they step out of the commercial flight rescue suits. No, uh, formal court apparel, like a business suit. Lawyers, lawyers, briefcase in hand, and maybe a bag or two, travel bag or two. Do you have any idea how much supplies can be exchanged for one human weight, body weight? So what I'm saying is, if I was that person, if I was that lawyer that arrives at a natural devastation site in a suit, in a business suit, and a briefcase, and legal filings or whatever, pens and paper. That would be my body weight replaced by things like medicine, food, and I mean, my God, you could pack a lot, a lot that could help so many people. Lawyers. I'm very sure some of their clerks would be there, some other people, but lawyers. Lawyers, uh, what are they called? The lawyers that try and help and um, help people who don't know how to file and all this other stuff, like the ASLU, whatever all of them, them type of folks, lawyers, lawyers, special skills. Can you build a plane? I mean, can you build a house? Can you help us with the flood? Uh, I'm sorry, I'm a lawyer, man. What? Lawyers. So they don't need no special tools, some paperwork, some laptop. And of course, now with technology, show up with a laptop, some clothes, you're good. Lawyers. Now, what they do, I'm not uh, saying is insignificant. I'm not saying that it's not important. What I'm saying is, I personally, me, Mike Check, MICCCZE, King of Stupid, what I'm saying is, I never knew that, and I had never thought of that. I could not have thought of that. I will have never have imagined if the globe was to be altered to where a massive amount of human population reduces, some professions are not going to be around. Now, I'm not saying we'll forget them, especially if our technology is still around. Yeah, the hardware is here. Well, if we take away 80% of the human population, the communication I think will still be there and whatnot, whatever. It's not like we would be totally destroyed. So the professions that we wouldn't be in need of, like a locksmith, right? Important? Great. Yes, absolutely. Is it an absolute need, necessity for human existence to have a locksmith? Not when an emergency happens. In my opinion, I would think there wouldn't be very many lawyers because there wouldn't be court, and there certainly wouldn't be any way of uh, implementing the more commonly understood laws and whatnot of our days. But yeah, lawyers would go out there or do go out there, and what they do, uh, is actually very, very important and so incredibly helpful. My challenge is to say that that's sad, not because of the lawyer, but because the need of the lawyer. Man, when something like that happens, we all should just be like, hey, that other stuff we got going on, let's just let it lay for now. We'll come back to it after we survive, if we survive. Lawyers, where would the lawyer go if it was truly a massive natural disaster? The buildings would be shut down. Any state employee would be out doing something. No state employee would be sitting in the office typing up paperwork, especially if the electricity is affected, blah, 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 blah. Lawyers filing and representing and yada, 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 yada. Lawyers. Lawyer. Because it's the law. It's the law, folks. Hey, so, uh, I cannot say what I would have normally shared. Essentially, I am learning, and some lessons alter life. Some great lessons greatly, greatly alter life. And then there's a few other levels above or below or whatever. The thing about knowledge, wisdom, information, education, whatever, is that the greater the awareness, the greater the pain of the effort. No, the pain of the education, to learn it, to implement it, to sense its immense power to shift life. I am Mike Check, MICCCZECH is in the Republic. This is hashtag 360 stupid. We are stupid people asking you smart people simple questions. Everybody's welcome here. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Good night, stupid.